Hello student, welcome back to our computer class. We are going to see about chapter number 9, HTML, images, links and table, part 4. In previous class we already learned about table, what is table. We also learned about which tags are used for table, that is tag table is used. Then we have seen tag tr, that is a table row. To make a row in a table, tr tag is used. Then we also learn about the tag th, that is a table header. Okay, then we learn about the tag td, that is a table data. In this way we have created a table. Okay, then we also learn about how to create a table using all these tags. Then we learn by using the attribute border, we can give border to our table. Then we also learn about the spanning. Okay, what is meant by spanning? That it is a merging of a row or column. For that we are going to use attribute col span for column and row span for row to merge the row. Okay, all these things we have learned in our previous class. So remaining part of a table we are going to learn in this class. So let's start. So first one we are going to see adding color to a table. So we can add background color to a table. We can add background color to a table to emphasize important information. So we can add background color to a cell, only single cell. Okay, or we can give this background color to a entire row, or to an entire table. Okay, we can give color to the row or to an entire table according as we need. Okay, so by using attribute bg color, we can add color to our table. So let's see how we can add color to our table. Okay, so now we are going to see adding color to a table. For that I am writing the header. I am going this row to make a red in color. So for that I am going to write the bg color equals to, in double quote I will write hash f. Okay, so I have given this color to a header. Okay, header. See now what will happen after saving. You can see here, okay, that header line will come in a red in color. Now I want to give this color to the whole table. Okay, now I want to give this color to a whole table. So what will I do? In a table tag, you can see here in a table tag I am giving a bg color. Okay, so in table tag I have given, okay, I have given in a table tag. Now I will save it. I will save. Now see, the whole table get in red in color. Okay, whole table get in a red in color. Okay, now the next, if I want to give this color to a single cell, if I want to give this color to only a single cell, I will cut it from here and I will giving here. Okay, now I am giving, see here, td data I am giving. Okay, any data you can take. Okay, so here I am giving, so you can see here after saving, okay, only the one data, that is laptop, it will come in a color. That laptop, it will come in a color. Got it? How this adding color to a table is work? Yes, yes. Okay, next we are going to see adjusting table size. So we can adjust size of a table. We can adjust size of a table using which attribute? Width and height. By using attribute width and height we can adjust the size of a table. Okay, then we can specify a table size. We can specify table size in pixel of the browser window. Okay, when setting a width in pixel, when we are going to set a width in a pixel, okay, limit the value to 750. That is, you have to limit the value to 750 pixels to ensure that table must fit on the screen. So that table fit on the screen. So here we have given, here in table tag we have written a width is equal to 600 and height is equal to 300, so it can fixed the table on the screen. Okay, we have to ensure that the table should be fixed on the screen. Okay, got it this? Now we are going to see how we can adjust the table size. Now we are going to see adjusting table size. For that, which attribute we have to write? We have to write width attribute. Okay, width, we are going to give a width. Suppose we are going to give a width attribute 600 here, and the height. Okay, we are going to give a height. Suppose height is, we are going to give 500. Okay, now we will save this. Okay, we will save here. Now you can see, can you see? Yes, the width and the height of a table will be changed. Yes, so it is nothing but the adjusting table size. Like this you can adjust the size of a table. Okay, so the limit of this table to adjust the size is to value to 750. Okay, that is 750 pixel only you can give to ensure that the table fit on the screen. Okay, so got it? Like this we can do. Okay, now next is adjusting cell padding and spacing. So what is this cell padding and cell spacing? So cell padding is, it adds space between border and contents of a cell. It adds space between border and content of a cell is called cell padding. So it contains a space between the border and whatever we write in a cell. Okay, so it provides a space between that border and the content. Okay, it's called cell padding. Now what is cell spacing? Cell spacing means it increase the border size or a distance between cell. It increase the border size and distance between the cells. So within the between two cells, three cells, okay, it increase the border. Okay, in between that cells is called cell spacing. So both this, that is cell padding and cell spacing, okay, that is cell padding and cell spacing are measured in a pixel. Both are measured in a pixel. Okay, now we are going to see one by one how this cell padding is going to work and how this cell spacing is going to be work. Okay, now the next is adjusting cell padding and spacing. Now first we are going to see a cell padding. Okay, now here we are going to write a cell padding. Okay, padding equals to, we will give more. Okay, we am going here to give 30. Now you can see here in the table, is there any space between the border and the laptop is written? Yes, there is space. Any space is there? No. Okay, there is no space between this. Okay, now see what will happen. We have given here a cell padding equals to 30. Okay, now we will save it. We will save, and then we will, can you see the space will occur between the border and the data? See here, space will occur. Yes, so this cell padding is used for to add space between the border and the content of the cell. Okay, now we have seen the cell padding. Now we will see the cell spacing. So see, cell spacing. Okay, so cell spacing also I am giving the same. You can give any one. Okay, so that I am giving here 40. Okay, I am giving here 40. Now see how it will look like. Okay, now see, after saving this, you can see here, see how it will, that cell spacing is the, it increase the border size, or distance between the cell. Getting? Now what I will do, I will make it just 10. Okay, now see, after saving how it will occur. Now see, can you able to see? So it will give the space. Okay, sorry, it will increase the border size, distance between the cells. Okay, getting? Yes, what is cell padding and cell spacing. Yes, okay. So the next is changing cell alignment. Changing cell alignment. So the alignment of data, okay, the alignment of a data within table cell can be controlled by using the align and v-align attributes. Okay, so the alignment data within a table cell can be controlled by this align and v-align attributes. Okay, so what is the align attributes? That align attributes control horizontal alignment. Align attribute controls horizontal alignment, that is like left, center and right. Okay, by default all table data, okay, by default all table data entered into a cell is left aligned. Okay, whatever you entered the data in a cell, it is a left aligned by default. Okay, then v align. What is meant by v align? That is a vertical align attribute. That is a vertical align attribute. This attribute controls vertical alignment like top, middle and bottom. By using v alignment, it will control the alignment like top, middle and bottom. By default, the table data is vertically aligned to prepare in the middle of each cell. Okay, now this also we are going to see how we can change the cells alignment. Now we are going to see changing cell alignment. Okay, changing cell alignment. So I am writing here alignment. Align equals to center. Okay, align equals to center. Okay, now you can see here the laptop cell. Okay, see here the laptop is left alignment. Okay, by default it is a left alignment, and what we have write in that cell, that TD equals to what we have written, TD align equals to center. To whom? To laptop cell. We have written to laptop cell. Okay, now we will save this. Now see, can you see that laptop will become in a center? This laptop will come in a center. Okay, now the next is v alignment. I am giving this v alignment to a desktop. Okay, so here I am going to write a v alignment. V align equals to in double quote I am going to write a bottom. Okay, now see here I have written v alignment bottom to the desktop. Here we have given alignment center to a laptop. Okay, now we are going to see the v alignment bottom to the desktop. Okay, now we will save it. Now see, the desktop is also in the middle, and it is also a by default left aligned. Okay, now after this, see where desktop will appear. Desktop will appear on the bottom because we have given v align equals to bottom. Okay, here we have given v aligns bottom to a desktop. Okay, to desktop. That's why it's occur like this. Yes, like it occurs like this, desktop. Okay, so here we have given laptop a alignment, only alignment, that is center, and to a desktop we have given which alignment? V align equals to bottom. Okay, so it will occur like this. Get it? How this alignment will work? Align and v align will work. Yes, okay. Now the next is creating newspaper style columns. Creating newspaper style column. So the table format to present text. Okay, table format to present text in multiple columns on your web page like newspaper. Okay, so we can organize our text into 2 or 3 columns. We can organize our text into 2 or 3 columns. Okay, we can use the vertical alignment. We can use vertical alignment attribute to make each column aligned to the top of the table, So see here in the TD, that is our table data. We have given the V alignment. Okay, V alignment we already learned, that is it is a vertical alignment is equal to top we have given. Then width, how much width we want of that table. So like this we can create a newspaper style column. We are going to see how to create the newspaper style. Okay, now the next is creating newspaper style. Creating newspaper style, for that what we have done, in the table here, table we have given a tr, that is our row, and we have given the data, tables data we have written 1, then again we have written here second table data. Okay, like this we have done 4. Okay, second, this is third, this is our third data, and this is our fourth data. Okay, in TD we have every TD we have given a, we have given that V alignment. Okay, V alignment, see here, V alignment equals to top, width equals to 300 we have given. Okay, now see how it will looks like after saving. Now we will save. After saving, you can see here how it will occur. Okay, how it will occur. Okay, it will occur the text, that our text has occurred into 2 or 3 columns. Okay, now if you want to give here, a images. Okay, so here we have given the images, we have given here the images. Okay, see here we have given here the images. Now we will save it. And then we will see how it will look. Then see, can you see here, image will occur and the text will occur into 2 or 3 columns. Okay, use the vertical alignment. Okay, we have used here vertical alignment attribute to make each column align at the top of the table at the. Okay, when we have not added the images, we can see that this column will come into top. Now we have added the image, it will come down. Okay, yes, getting how this we can create, a newspaper style column. Yes, okay. So in this chapter we have learned about adding color to a table. By using an attribute bg color, we can add color to a table. We can add color to a cell or row or entire table by using this bg color. Then we have learned about the adjusting table size. By using the attribute width and height, we can change the size of a table, which will be measured in a pixels. Then we have learned about the adjusting cells, padding and spacing. So what is a cell padding? That it is add space between the border and the contents of a cell, while cell spacing is to increase the border size and or a distance between the cell. Then we have learned the changing the alignment. So by using the 2 alignment, that is alignment that like left, right or center, or we can use V alignment like top, bottom, middle. But whenever you enter the data in a cell, by default it is a left alignment. Okay, then we have learned about to creating a, that we have to create a newspaper style column. Okay, for that purpose also, that we can use the table format to present text in a multiple columns on our web page like a newspaper. We can organize the text into 2 or 3 columns. So all these things we have learned in today's class. We already covered a topic like images, links and some part of a table. Okay, so here our chapter 9, that is HTML, image, links and tables are end. Okay, now we are going to meet you in next class with a new chapter. Till then, whatever I taught you, you have to revise all that thing. Okay, so here we are going to end our session. So take care and thank you.